Let me tell you a story. A story about Bob. Well, now he's this guy. He's like me and you. He uses social media. He is an avid internet user. 9 times out of 10, he has like his Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram accounts. And if we just spend some time typing some information about him on Google search, well, inevitably find something that will be in our interest, let's say. But there is some problem with Bob himself. The problem is that he thinks that his family maybe knows more about him than the internet knows. And why is it a problem? And why is he wrong? Because we proved it wrong. And I have a couple of questions for you. What if you could spend only some time to retrieve some specific information about a person from like Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Google search, and while being sure that you'll get the information you need, because you know there are some sorting algorithms that will programmatically sort and just remove people you don't need. You'll get that information about the person you need in a neat PDF file with according links and pictures. So there is no like hassle with like some programming data. You don't even need to have programming knowledge because you can do it all interactively in GUI. Sounds like a miracle, but it's not a miracle. And let me show you something. So here is the link to my GitHub profile, GitHub repo, sorry. And here is Sergei Bubka, a prominent Ukrainian athlete. And what if we try to find some information about him? Here is my GitHub repo. And basically, the first thing you basically have to do, basically can read this. This is my most favorite part. You can see it in practice, is to make some sort of setup. So first is create. So you can basically like read this, just 7 pretty easy steps. It will be even less if you know PP&V. But let's just move and do it all in practice, because it will be like practice makes perfect. And we'll try to find some information about Sergei Bubka. Um, it's pretty laconic, as you can see this green, just Sergei Bubka. We know he lives in Ukraine. Company, I don't know, basically here where he works. Job title. As far as I know, he's a retired sportsman, but we can't be sure. Education, we don't know. Twitter, Instagram. The thing here is to enter as much information as you know about the person. This will give you like the most precise results. The more info, the better results, as he said that. And if additional info, basically we'll know what we know. Pole vault, Olympic champion. That's what I know exactly. And then we'll choose just the PDF output directory. I'll choose desktop, that's just the easiest for me, and we'll click the submit button. After this, just some time to wait. 20, 40 seconds. This is it. There is a program bar which will show that the PDF is ready. Now, as we can see, this bar, progress bar, just 100%. PDF is just ready. We can go to our file and take a look at our desktop, so we can just have some file and we see some information about him. Just like start with general heading and here Instagram. So Sergei Bubka. Well, basically he's a pretty like famous person. There may be some just fake profiles based on him, but let me just try the first one. First basically shows. I hope this is Sergei Bubka, but generally his like first and last name just show that he is. And then maybe some last one, don't think there. And we have some Twitter profile, just recently built in linked. and we just can basically like see that this is our prominent Ukrainian. Works not this piece of software works not only with Ukrainian, yes, like a gentleman. This piece of software works not only with Ukrainian but also with like some international. You may choose like any person you want, even type in some like Cyrillic data in Cyrillic, like language, like keyboard. There is not a problem. You may just want to read what is written in here, but I'll just like return to the presentation. Where is it from? So first of all, this is pretty scientific project, I have to say, and this is defended in Minor Academy of Sciences of Ukraine. And I want to give credits to some people who have influenced me a lot, and because of them, basically, this project has been built. I'll want to start from Tanya Ovchinnikova, a senior maths teacher. Her fundamental approach to teaching mathematics has helped me a lot in terms of logical approaches, and I have to say she was one of the main supervisors in my project. Then the person, another my supervisor is Yuri Vasilievich Tretsenko, whose impact was scientific. He has helped me a lot with some scientific like background with discrete and applied mathematics, and that's what I actually cherish, and I want to thank him a lot. And then I want to also mention Bogdan Fishchenko. This prominent and young scientist basically has launched his project, and that's all because thanks to Institute of Mathematics, National Academy of Science of Ukraine. Because of his course, Basics of Higher Mathematics, I've deepened a lot my knowledge into programming, and that allowed me like to connect deep mathematical data, deep mathematical background with programming itself. And also, I want to thank, last but not least, all people here on this picture are not least, not at all. Want to thank Dmitry Ovchinnikov because um, he's a software engineer, and there were like some a lot of concepts that are I would say like architectural, and without him I wouldn't be able to look at some pretty like complex programming stuff from like above, looking at this all the big scene, the big picture, and all those like architectural and not only concepts. I would like to thank him. So I want to thank you for attention and wish you all the best.